please know what you are doing. And if you have read the daily market update, what happened on Thursday US market, all the China stocks, or when Alibaba, JD.com all shoot up. Okay, and if you have read everything properly, you will know who bought Alibaba. Okay, Charlie Munger bought. Of course, it's through Warren Buffett's company. Okay, so there are people who are supporting China tech stocks. No, of course, there are always two sides of the story. Some say the worst may be over, some say the worst is over. Anyway, I did tell those people in the value investing channel that I bought some more the tech ETF. Okay, the 3032 tech ETF. I bought some more yesterday, right? Okay, but I did not buy a lot because it's all priced in Hong Kong dollar, 6 Hong Kong dollar per share. How much do you think in Sing? It's very cheap. Okay, but I did not buy a lot now. I will not tell you how much I buy because I'm just accumulating. If we drop some more, I'll buy some more. Okay, so basically you can see that all these stocks, right? Yesterday you know that because of this Thursday, US start buying tech stocks listed, China tech stocks listed in US. So what happened? Look at Alibaba listed in Hong Kong. See, start to shoot up. Okay. Now I did not post much case study channel yesterday because if I post, what happened? Then this morning I got nothing to show you. Can you see that this Alibaba, Hong Kong Alibaba, can you see? It actually broke above the super trend. Black line turned green. So is there a possibility for you to buy on Monday? Yes. That is if you believe that it's sustainable. So let's do analysis. Okay. Now this tech stock went, but I say don't buy any tech stocks just now. I mean for US at this point of time and for Singapore. Okay. But Hong Kong is different. Only for those tech stocks listed in China, in US, then you take a look. Because what is the latest news about Meituan? They cannot find, right? Okay, they cannot find. So please, not all tech stocks are equal. Okay. Now, if you look at the daily market update for Hong Kong, okay, for Hong Kong, can you see what happened yesterday? The top 5 best performing components of Hang Seng Index were Alibaba came in number 1. Why? Then if you read the Thursday, I need to educate you all to read all this. Because on Thursday, what happened? You go and read the Thursday one. Thursday one, under US, what happened? Don't tell me it's not here. That means I did not put inside. If I recall correctly, on Thursday, what happened is that the share went up. Okay? Alibaba share went up on Thursday. How come it's not here? That means I never included. Then can you see here? Look here. What did see? Henderson Land on Thursday, Henderson Land led the gains in Hong Kong property developers. Can you see all these are the Hong Kong property developers? Why? Because Hong Kong CEO Carrie Lam announced on Wednesday what happened plans of a northern metropolis. No, this is the border between Shenzhen and Hong Kong. Okay, where they are going to build 926,000 homes. That's why all these Hong Kong developer stocks all start shooting up. So what should you do? You should know which sector to look at. Please. Can you see so much information is here? Okay, so much information is here. Let me check Wednesday. Let me check. Okay, so please avoid China developer, but reconsider Hong Kong developer. See, Tuesday she already announced, but the market only react when the market only react on. Sorry, Tuesday she announced, the market only start to react on Wednesday, Thursday. Can you see what happened? Energy firms gain as oil prices continue go multi-year high. Can you see all this? All these stocks I gave it to you, right? Sinopec is also known as China Petroleum and Chemical. Okay, because if you go to Bloomberg, they will not tell you Sinopec, they will tell you China Petroleum and Chemical. Are there? Are there? Alibaba gain. Why? Because, can you see, according to Daily Journal, that Daily Journal checked by Charlie Munger, the longtime business partner of Warren Buffett, what happened? He increased his stake in the Chinese tech giant. So because of that, what happened? The next day, when US market opened, everybody go and start buying China tech stocks listed in US. Can you see all these are so important? I've been asking you guys to go and read you. Because when I randomly ask some of you, you all don't know what's happening. Okay, never mind. Okay, so now you know why Alibaba can consider. But will the worst be over for Alibaba? I do not know. Okay, so that means if you want to buy, please know what is the risk that you are taking. Okay, that's why nowadays case studies, I always ask you what additional due diligence is required, because I want you to know what you are doing. Okay? If you're not sure what you do, crude oil is still the best, because crude oil can still got a lot of upside, $100. But from now to you see, I'm very angry now, I tell you. The person keep on insisting that she was already there before 10. I never see her name. Still want to argue with me, keep on disturbing me in the Telegram channel. You see, some more. I appreciate if you guys do not send me any Telegram messages. Okay? Wow. You see? Okay, so Alibaba is one you can consider. Now, remember just now I told you, we have so many lists of stocks, right? Right. The thing is, you guys may not have the time to go and one by one look at it. So what do? From the daily market update, if you got an idea what's happening in the market, you will know how to focus. Isn't it? So you know Alibaba because of what Charlie Munger bought. He add in. Okay? So these are some of the things that you can consider. Okay? Then after that you just slowly look into it. You know. Now 3032. Okay, this is the one that I bought more yesterday. Okay? I bought more yesterday. So yesterday it triggered a buy signal. But I bought more not for trading. That's why I did not observe whether the super trend is red or even the flat line, because I'm buying for value investing. I'm prepared to hold. Okay, so I told you guys, right? For those of you in the value investing channel, I told you guys I'm buying. So it's up to you whether you want to buy or not. Okay, some of you will buy the HST, the one by OCBC. Okay, so I'm just buying some more. To me, it's cheap. Okay, in Sing dollar it's cheap because this is priced in Hong Kong dollar. Even those in the OCBC one is also very cheap, right? It's priced at $1, one Sing dollar if I'm not wrong. Okay, we are just accumulating, waiting for the worst to be over to go up, because all these stocks is already undervalued. Okay, all these stocks are undervalued. So please, if you want to take the risk about Alibaba, then what do? You buy the ETF. Why? Because the ETF is diversified over multiple components of stocks. Right? So if you buy this ETF, inside got other stocks to help you to diversify, to spread out the risk. Isn't it? So if you just buy Alibaba, if Ant Financial kena again, I tell you Alibaba going to drop by itself. This is the reason why I tell you guys. And then by trading ETF, what is not only help you to diversify the risk, ETF is help you to manage your capital more effectively. Because if you buy ETF, you just buy this ETF, you are already participating not only in one stock, but you are also participating in Xiaomi, Meituan, JD.com. Okay, so you are also participating in more than one stock. You are actually participating in a basket of stocks, rather than buying a single stock. Something happened, pop. You know, not so good, nice, isn't it? Okay, so let's take a look at JD. Okay, if for trading, JD is still have not meet our requirement. So you should know why it has not meet our requirement, because of what? Super trend still red. Okay, so please make sure you go through our case studies. Tencent super trend still red, so no go. But interestingly, Tencent may have formed a double bottom, right? Can you see? Next line could be this moving average, right? This blue moving average, which is the 26 EMA. So it has actually broken, but I would prefer it to break above the super trend to show me that it has reversed. Okay, but be very careful. So I always study historically how reliable are these break, because can you see? Previously, it also break above this moving average. Then what happened? It came back down. So can history repeat itself? Yes. So when you do technical analysis, do not just focus here. Look at the past. Okay. Try to find out what can go wrong. Okay. Of course, anything can go wrong. But at least you know what can go wrong, and then you decide whether you want to take the risk.
Because all trades have the potential to go wrong. That's why all trades are considered risky trades. But at least you must, when you trade or invest, you must make sure your eyes are open, right? At least you know what can go wrong. Then you know how to manage it. Why? Because if you know what can go wrong and that what can go wrong actually happen, then you will know when to cut loss, right? You will know whether your stop loss is placed at a strategic levels. You know that when the price hits certain level, you know that things have started to go wrong, which is already part of your consideration when you decided to go in for this counter. Okay? So that anything happen, you will not be caught by surprises because you already, it's not that you anticipate that things go wrong, but you already considered the particular risk of that scenario. Okay? So you need to know all this. You see Meituan? Meituan also bought all this. See, the person irritate me so much, keep on sending me messages. I decided to block the person already. Anyway, the person is not a subscriber. What's the point of arguing with me? When she keep on telling me she use handphone, she use laptop to go into Zoom, no point. Because she never put her profile name as her name. I keep on telling her that I never see her name there. She keep on insisting she went to the waiting room. For what? If this is your mindset, you can never learn how to trade. Sorry, I've been very blunt. I'm just very pissed off now. And I don't think I'm in the right mind to continue. Maybe I should stop here. Okay, let's take a look at New York. Then we'll finish. Okay, why I prefer to take a New York? Because New York Stock Exchange, we have more stocks that depend on what economic recovering, right? Okay, but please bear in mind, although on Tuesday I show you a list of stocks that is on economic recovering, you need to keep yourself updated. Why? Let me show you. If you check the analyst ratings for, I think Thursday, what happened? American Airlines, Goldman Sachs says sell. Remember, American Airlines is inside the list of stocks I gave you, right, on Wednesday, right? Because they are airline stocks, so they belong to the economic reopening. More people want to travel. But if you have read the latest news inside CNBC, you will know that a lot of people dare not travel, even in the US. Okay, they prefer not to go in. Maybe they will travel by land, but not so much by air. Another thing that you need to be very careful of airline stocks now, because crude oil has gone up very high. So the price of crude oil will eat into the margin of airline stocks. Am I right? So please, don't just because I give you the list of stocks, please keep yourself in touch with the performance and of these stocks. Okay, it's very important that you need to keep in touch with the performance of these stocks.
Okay? Because from time to time, you need to adjust. You need to rebalance the whole thing. Remove certain stocks. Okay? Remove certain stocks and put in new ones. Okay? So make sure you do that. So that's why you need to update yourself, because if not, otherwise you still go and buy American Airlines when already Goldman Sachs downgrade. One of the reasons why Goldman Sachs downgrade is not because people are not traveling, because they feel that airline stocks are at risk now because crude oil has gone above $80. In the event crude oil really go above, reach $100, I can tell you, airline will be affected unless they hedge. Okay, they hedge their crude oil, so we do not know. But anyway, you can see electricity rates are going up already. So the best is still what? Trade. Look at what? Crude oil related stocks, even natural gas. Not much. Okay, let's say for example, you go through not much. Does that mean the end? No. Go to the chart. Okay, go to the chart. What do? Go to New York and start looking through all those stocks in the list that I gave you, right? Okay, so what do? One by one, take a look. Okay. Now, they may not have signal now because they already gone up so high. So, not possible to have a buy signal anymore, right? So, you just take note, wait for it to pull back to somewhere around the 26 EMA. Then you can look to consider to buy. Okay, this is an oil and gas exploration. Okay, you can see that it has gone up. This is an ETF. It has gone up so high already. So wait for a pullback. Okay, wait for a pullback. So it looks like nothing much here, but we'll still. Okay, I tell you what, for those of you, you still insist on riding the trend up because I told you probably S&P 500, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, they start to bounce back up again. I can tell you, market is very strange. It's a strange animal because they will say, oh, bargain hunting is cheap enough. They just don't care. They just this only happens in the US market. You cannot apply this market psychology to Singapore market. Okay, because Singapore market are more rational and not so dare to take risk. Okay, so let's say you still insist. So what do? You can always look at a SPY ETF, right? And you see SPY ETF, there could be a good chance for you to buy. Why? Okay. Although there's no buy signal, why I say there's no buy signal? Why? Because basically, can you see the super trend is red, but the line is turning green. By right, if you want to buy, you should buy above the super trend. Why? Because once it's above the super trend, it turns green. But let's take a look at technical analysis. Very critical level. Monday it may drop back. I don't know. Okay, so hard to say. Or it may have already broke. I also don't know. Okay, but there mind, you must know what you are doing. If you want to bend the rule, where the super trend is still red, by right you shouldn't be going to buy, then you must know when things go wrong. Remember just now I told you, you must know what is your risk. Now, that means in the event price drop back below this falling channel, what must you do? Cut loss. Okay, cut loss. But then before you cut loss, what must you do? Read the daily market update. Okay, let's say for example Monday you go in. Example, I'm just giving you. Monday you go in, Tuesday open up. Wow. Then back below the falling channel. Okay, then what should you do? Read the daily market update to understand what's happening in the market. Because by right, once it break into the return back to the falling channel, probably it's going to go down further, right? But then when you read the daily market update, the daily market update may be able to explain to you what happened to this fella. Then you decide whether you want to cut loss. Why you need to do this? Because you are not following our requirement. Our requirement is what? You need to break above the super trend. So the super trend turn green, flat line remain green, there you can buy. Right? But some people very kanchong, very eager. So you may want to do your own technical analysis. If you choose to buy, make sure it's above the 61 EMA. But in the event it break below the falling channel, what must you do? Cut loss. After reading the daily market update. Okay? So I think that's all. Let's see. Because also nothing much. Forget about gold, because always a lot of people keep asking me about gold. Like the only thing you can trade is gold. Gold is so erratic. Okay, you just look at the GLD. Even though it has a buy signal, I won't buy. Can you see, basically it's still on a downtrend. In fact, you sell, you make more money than buy. In fact, now you should be selling because can you see, not able to break above, now coming down again. So please trade what the chart tells you and what the market tells you. Nowadays, you need to include now what the market tells you. Okay? So let's recap. US stocks focus on what? Economic recovery. Economic reopening plus crude energy related stocks. Okay? I checked all the stocks that are related to the infrastructure, Joe Biden's infrastructure, including EV, including battery, lithium, ETF, all are down. I'm telling you, all are down. Okay? Just look at this. Okay, this is a battery ETF, can you see? Down. Okay? You look at the lithium ETF. It is a lithium ETF. There's one battery ETF. All are down. Okay? I'm telling you, all are down. Even if you go to NEO, this is the EV, down. Okay, what is up? Energy related, crude oil, natural gas, those are in the list. Go and take a look. When I give you the list of stocks, what do? Go to the TGB trader and take a look. Okay, go and take a look. Can you see? What a world of difference. Forget about EV now. Okay, forget about electric vehicle, forget about lithium battery, all this. Look, the chart and the market update will tell you what are the sectors to focus. Okay, don't blindly keep on holding on to those stocks that are not doing well anymore. Okay? So you look at ExxonMobil. I also cannot. XOM. You see, what a world of difference. Right? So please, you need to be flexible. When the market change, you need to change. Okay? Your list of stocks need to change. Okay, because over the past few days, ever since I gave out the list of stocks, a lot of people are surprised that, hey, how come lithium battery stocks not inside? Now you know why, right? Not inside. They are downtrend now. Okay, just take a look. Just take a look at airline. Are they still flying? Oh. Airline seems to be losing some momentum, can you see? Right? Because you see, when American Airlines got downgraded to sell, then you need to be very careful, right? Then you got to ask yourself, well, American Airlines downgraded. How about other airlines like Delta, United? You got to ask yourself, why? Because when crude oil go too high, what happens? That means overhead of airline companies will start to increase. So better start to be cautious. So let's say, I think UAL is under NASDAQ. See, you must think like a businessman on United Airlines. See, drop back already. Okay, it dropped back to a 200 EMA. Can you see or not? Why crude oil gone up so high? Look at Delta. Delta, if I'm not also under Delta MA. Tell me Delta is under. Okay, under New York. Can you see? Start to drop back already. Okay, at Tuesday when I gave you the list, they were doing fine. Then now, can you see start to slowly come down because crude oil had keep on marching upward. Okay, so you need to be flexible. How to keep yourself updated regarding all these things? Read the daily market update, see the chart. How I know all this? Do you know that whatever I know, I already share with you in TT Global already. But the thing is, are you all reading? Read and you will know. Okay? Now before I stop, I want to go through SGX stocks with you guys again. Because many people nowadays cannot take the volatility of the US market. How I know? Because you all message me. Okay, so basically in Singapore, if you still want to trade Singapore stock, what do now? But of course now all gone up a lot. Just now I gave you all is the golden energy, right? It has gone up a lot. Wait for a pullback. Remember I also told you about plantation stock. Right, so golden agri. See, golden agri went up. Plantation stock. So Singapore listed plantation stock also can take a look, including Wilmar. Wilmar is basically palm oil, if I'm not wrong. I think Wilmar is recovering. All the time it was down. Can you see? It's slowly recovering. So if you want to play Singapore stock, what do? Look at Singapore plantation stock. Okay, plus crude oil. Rex International, right? Can you see? Of course, all these stocks, I don't think this one is available in CFD. So you got to use cash. Because this one, once upon a time, so less than 10 cents, I think, was a penny stock. Then what else? Joe Energy. Right, can you see? So all these stocks, they are going up because crude oil is going up. And we are having an energy crunch, especially China. Okay, China is having an energy crunch. It's so bad until foreigners are now seriously contemplating moving their factories out. Okay? Now, because China quarreled with Australia, so they stopped taking coal from Australia. So what do? Recently, they start to release the coal reserve. China has a lot of coal reserve, especially from Mongolia, outer Mongolia, inner Mongolia, I can't remember. They start to release the reserves. And China's supposed to go green. They're supposed to use clean energy. Okay, but now they got no choice. They got to revert back to coal because shortage of energy. In fact, China has already told all their banks, China Construction Bank, Industrial Commercial Bank of China, all these banks are not to finance any coal trading because they are going green. But now they got no choice. You can see they told the banks not to finance any coal trading, issuing any LC for coal shipping, coal delivery. But now they got to revert back to coal. What does it tell us? It tells us that China is facing a very serious problem in energy. If you read TT Global, under the fundamental update posted this morning under China, you will know. You will know. Okay, China property market, and you see China energy crunch. You will know. See, they talk about getting coal from 72 coal mines. See, raising local coal production to ease the shortage is why winter is coming. They need a lot of heater. They need energy to run their heater. So understand this is seasonal. One thing this is seasonal, winter is seasonal. But the shortage of energy is not seasonal. The shortage of energy because crude oil and natural gas shot up until so high. It means that inflationary may not be transitory. Because now you can see that Jerome Powell stopped using the word transitory. Instead, he used the word persistent. Inflation is now persistent, which means that it's going to affect us. Your utility bill is going to go up, I'm telling you. I hope all of you will have this website. I gave it to those people in the Telegram channel. Sometimes I give you all, you also don't bother. That's why. You see, it's not that I know a lot. I'm as smart as you all, and I dare to say I'm as stupid as you all. The only difference between you and I is what I read more. That's all. And I know you guys are very busy. So what I do, what I read, I put it in TT Global. Sometimes I post it in the Telegram channel. So it's up to you all whether you want to read or not. But I say, I'm as smart as you all. At the same time, I'm as stupid as you all. Okay, so don't think I'm very smart. If I'm very smart, 12 noon today, I'll be the one speaking. Okay, but unfortunately, it's not me, it's Lee Hsien Loong speaking. Okay, that shows you how smart or how stupid I am. Okay, so basically, the list of stocks I give you, please treasure it. And then from time to time, what do? Remove some and put in new ones. How do you know what to put in? look at read the daily market update. Now, I can see that just now was 90 over people came in. Now left 86. Very good. I'm going to give you an additional stock, but I will not give you here. Okay, you need to, I will post it in the Telegram so that you know what is the stock. Now, if you are interested in the stock, if you are interested to get the new stocks from me to include inside the stock list, I will give you a code now. Okay, I'm going to give you a code now. The code is, now I'm going to type in the code here. Can you see? I'm going to type in the code here, and I will give you the list of stocks. I'm not going to tell you the list of stocks is from where. I mean, it's from whether is it from US market or from Hong Kong market, but please. Okay. So, okay, the code is okay. So this is the code, So in the Telegram channel, I will post it and you need to fill in the code and I will give you the list of stocks. Okay? Remember, it's 8888. So those people who left early, that's their problem. Okay? You know, I'm not a obedient boy. When I was still in primary school, secondary school, you don't know me. I'm a very super mischievous boy. Chinese teacher cannot stand me. Okay, even my form teacher cannot stand me. Okay, I'm the very jialat one. It's just that my exam, I don't know how I can pass. Primary 5, my composition was accepted by the principal to be in the school magazine. Even my form teacher got a shock. Can you imagine? My form teacher got shocked at my composition because she see me. I very jialat one. I very naughty, super naughty in class. Because the principal don't know that I'm so naughty. She just see my composition. She say my English very good. Submit. So accepted. What am I trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell you, if your children are very naughty, it may be a good sign. Okay? When they grow up, they will be as stupid as me or as smart as me. Or it may be a bad sign because they could be as stupid as me. Okay? Okay, so this is the code. Okay, before we finish, let me check what questions you have for me. What? Nothing. Okay, wait, fix. It's not about mute my phone. It's that I'm the type, I like to finish my work early. The moment people message me, I cannot tahan not to answer straight away. That's my problem. Okay? Because to a certain extent, I am actually a perfectionist. Yes, you are right. Meituan looks strong even after the news. Why? Because they say the worst is over, all the bad news come out. That's why I say market sometimes don't think like many people on the street. Okay? So sometimes bad news come out like city development, right? When city development announced that they will dispose the Sincere property, the one they JV in China for a consideration of $1. Can you imagine they dispose the whole thing for $1? What happened? CTD ran out. Why? Because they dispose something that is useless to the company, and they have finally decided to dispose. Means what? The worst is over. You understand? I'm saying sometimes bad news come out, stock go up because they say all the bad news come out already, so the worst is over. Okay, so if you read more in the daily market update, you will slowly understand how the market behaves. The market may not behave exactly like what the economists think or what the analysts think, because the market, no matter how, is still made up of people, right? Right? Who are the people in the market? The traders, the investors, the hedgers, the speculators, the scalpers. how to give her the benefit of doubt when I cannot even see her name there? When I cannot even see her name there, I don't even know who is she. You know, Carrie Lam, word Lam reminded me of one Hong Kong character called Lam Ah Zhen. I don't know whether you saw the movie Lam Ah Zhen. You know, man. Okay, let me. Yes, there's a lot of crude oil ETF, right? I thought I included it inside the name list. Yes. Well, I asked you all to put it inside the T3B watch list, right? If not, how are you going to screen? Right? I did tell you all to add the stocks into the watch list for future screening. Well, then you ask me whether it's put inside the T3B watch list. You see now, you can see. Yes, that's why I say, rumor all these crude oil stocks already go up too high. What did I tell you all? Wait for a pullback. Okay, wait for a pullback. Buy as close to the 26 EMA as possible. Okay. Now there's now somebody asked VIX, huh? Actually, you can go to CGS CIMB, they have a VIX there. Because CGS CIMB, the CFD platform, you can now trade VIX. Okay? You can trade VIX now. Every stock I give you, you're supposed to put in the watch list, right? If not, how are you going to screen? Okay? But I'm still going through because I want to make sure that I have answered all your questions. Okay, I think I've answered all your questions. Actually, okay, let me show you VIX. Otherwise, you can go to here. Okay, you can go to Google CBOE VIX. Just like that. Can you see? You can see, right? Can you see yesterday VIX was volatile? But the whole week, 5 days, you look at 5 days means for the past month, VIX is actually on a downtrend. When VIX is on a downtrend, what does it mean? It means the level of fear and panic in the market has subsided. You understand what I'm saying? The level of fear and panic in the market has subsided. And remember yesterday I posted, okay, I can't remember which Telegram channel. VIX for past 1 month has remained above 20. You can see now. And yesterday it has returned back to below 20, close at 18.77. This is the reason why I say that it is very possible that next week, tech stock may go up again, Nasdaq may go up again. Because the market is made out of human. The market will change its mind one. Okay? The market will change its mind and say, oh, probably the tapering is only a matter of time, right? If not this year, will be next year. So the market will think that Jerome Powell may do the tapering this year, but maybe less aggressive because the job market is still very bad. Then they will use this as a reason to go up. Then you find all the tech stocks start to rebound again. And then they will hit to Jerome Powell. Then Jerome Powell at the next FOMC. Don't forget, if you read the daily market update on the US market today, if I'm not wrong, I did say that, share inside there, that yesterday's non-farm payroll is the last report before the next FOMC meet. Because the next FOMC meet will be early November, before the next non-farm payroll. Which means that whatever decision they make, they got to they got to take into consideration yesterday's report, plus the previous one. The previous one was also super bad. That means for the past 2 consecutive non-farm payroll report, bad. So if Jerome Powell to save his face, he may say, okay, we will taper, but we will will not taper so aggressive. Why do you think he say that? Because that's what the market will tell him, right? Then he will say, oh, a good idea. So he will just announce accordingly. Then it will become a win-win situation for the Federal Reserve, for the market, as well as for inflation. Now I'm just giving you an idea. This is how the market works. Okay, the market is a very strange animal. So this is how the market works. Okay, that's all I have. But wait, got some more. In Singapore, banks stock got chance to go up. Singapore's bank always got chance to go up. But the question is, when is it going to go up? When the stock pull back to 26 EMA. All we know is not a change. That's why every trade has a risk. Right? That's why every trade has a risk. Very simple. How you know? First of all, has the fundamental of the banking sector changed? Has the market sentiment changed? All this will tell you, right? Right, wrong. Now, I want to repeat this question by this gentleman because I think it's a very good question. When the stocks pull back to the 26 EMA, how do we know it's just a pullback or it may become, or it may even go down further? Now, of course, it can even go down further, no doubt. But how do we know? What are the things to consider? First, consider market sentiment. Is the market sentiment still positive? So when it goes down to the 26 EMA, if the market sentiment is still positive, then it has a higher chance of rebounding, right? Next, that's the fundamental change regarding the banking sector. I assume it's the banking sector. If the banking sector has not changed regarding banking sector, that means what? Very likely it's just a correction, right? Next. You know what I mean? So a lot of things to consider. It's not such technical. It's not just technical analysis. Market fundamental, market sentiment, all this there plus your gut feel.
Can be credited into your account.
Okay. Singapore banks still got the intrinsic value because I'm still holding on. Right? I'm still holding on to the 3 banks. It's just that I liquidated some shares a few months back. I'm still holding on because it hasn't reached my intrinsic value. Okay? Actually, a lot of the questions you guys ask me, the answer is found in the chart. That's why I got a feeling a lot of you, either you are too lazy to look at chart because you find it more convenient to ask me, or you look at the chart, you do not know what's happening. Please learn to read chart. It is a skill that once you master, you'll be the one to benefit it. Okay, please. I hope to see you guys next week. Okay, probably next week I will still have one more tutorial session because I'm actually planning to take a break. But now my next week I will still have one, so please register early. Okay, because I got people who I don't know why they just don't want to register early. Okay, I always post very early before 5 a.m. I stand because a lot of people will give me a lot of reasons. Oh, once you start work in office or you start work, even work from home, you got no time to read. But I 5 o'clock already posted there. Okay, because if you don't register, other people will register. Okay, nowadays registration is very fast. By 8 a.m. I can tell you, I can have 40 people already registered by 8 a.m. Okay, you don't want to be kiasu, it's okay with me, you know, but other people will be more kiasu than you. Okay? So, okay, that's all. I will give you, please wait for my Telegram posting before I give you the list of the new stocks to be added into the list of stocks I gave you on Wednesday. Okay? So, that's all. Remember the code now? Okay, that's all from me. So, please listen to Lee Hsien Loong's speech at 12 noon today. It's today, not any other day. Please give him some face, okay? Please. Okay, goodbye and have a good weekend.